Julia Roberts just shocked fans this week, and it has nothing to do with a movie. It's about her son. He's 19 now, and he literally towers over her. That one photo sent the internet into a nostalgia spiral. So today we're doing a full then versus now breakdown of 5 actors who are trending right now. And trust me, by the end of this, you're going to feel very, very old. Let's get into it. What's up, everyone? Welcome back. These 5 actors all have one thing in common. They're trending in entertainment news this week for reasons that all circle back to one theme: time. Growing kids, milestone birthdays, comebacks, and legacy moments. We're going actor by actor, then versus now breakdown style. Let's start with the one that kicked off this entire trend, Julia Roberts. Here's what happened. On June 19th, Julia Roberts stepped out in New York City with 2 of her 3 kids to celebrate her youngest son Henry's 19th birthday. Henry, Hazel, and Phineas are all adults now. And in the photos, Henry literally towers over his famous mom. Fans couldn't believe how grown up he looked. Now let's go back. Then, 1990. Julia Roberts is 22 years old, starring as Vivian in Pretty Woman. That role made her an instant household name and earned her an Oscar nomination. Throughout the 90s, she was the highest-paid actress in Hollywood, starring in Notting Hill, My Best Friend's Wedding, Runaway Bride, practically inventing the modern romantic comedy. Now, she's 58 years old. She won her Oscar back in 2001 for Erin Brockovich. She's been married to cinematographer Danny Moder since 2002, and now, more than 3 decades into her career, she's a private, grounded mom watching her 3 kids enter adulthood. She's kept her family almost completely out of the spotlight this whole time, which is exactly why this rare appearance went viral. From Hollywood's biggest bombshell to a low-key mom in a black blazer and pearls walking her son to his birthday dinner, that's the Julia Roberts then versus now. Nicole Kidman. Next up, Nicole Kidman. She just turned 59 on June 20th. Literally one day after the Julia Roberts story broke. But this birthday is a complicated one. It comes right after her very public divorce from country singer Keith Urban after years of marriage. Then, let's rewind to the mid-90s. Nicole Kidman is the fiery red-headed Australian actress breaking into Hollywood, starring alongside Tom Cruise, and then making waves in Batman Forever as Dr. Chase Meridian. She built a reputation as one of the most fearless actresses of her generation, taking on bold, dramatic roles that other A-listers avoided. Now, she's a multiple award-winning veteran, having won an Oscar for The Hours with decades of prestige film and television work behind her. But this particular birthday lands differently. After her split from Keith Urban, this milestone birthday is being described as bittersweet, a moment of reflection rather than celebration. It's a powerful reminder that even Hollywood's most accomplished stars go through real human transitions. Birthdays don't stop just because life gets complicated. Now let's talk about Jason Momoa, because this one's all about dad energy. On June 18th, Momoa brought his 2 kids, Lola Iolani, who's 18, and Nakoa Wolf, who's 17, to the red carpet for his upcoming Supergirl movie. These are the kids he shares with his ex, Lisa Bonet, and seeing them all grown up on the carpet together was a major moment for fans. Then rewind to the early 2000s. Jason Momoa is just breaking into the mainstream with Game of Thrones, playing Khal Drogo. A few years later, he becomes a global action star as Aquaman, known for his massive presence and laid-back charm. Now, he's one of the biggest names in action cinema, expanding into projects like Supergirl alongside Millie Alcock and David Corenswet. But more than the career, and what's trending is the dad moment. 2 teenagers who were literally toddlers when Momoa first became famous, now walking red carpets as confident young adults next to their father. It's proof that even the biggest action stars eventually become known just as much for their families as their filmographies. Russell Crowe. Let's shift gears, because not every then versus now is about family. Sometimes it's about the comeback. Russell Crowe just dropped a brand new trailer for his movie Beast, an MMA sports drama where he plays a former champion pulled back into the cage for one final fight. He's 61 years old in this role, and fans are loving the throwback to his intense physical performances. Then, 2000. Russell Crowe stars in Gladiator, delivering one of the most iconic performances in modern film history and winning the Academy Award for Best Actor. For the next decade, he's one of the most respected dramatic leads in Hollywood. Now, 6 decades into life, he's stepping back into physically demanding action roles, proving he's not slowing down. Beast co-stars Luke Hemsworth and is set in the world of mixed martial arts, a clear callback to the gladiator-style grit that made him famous in the first place. Some actors fade into quieter roles as they age. Russell Crowe? He's doing the opposite, leaning right back into the physicality that built his legacy. Eric Dane. And finally, this one's a little different and a little more emotional. Eric Dane, best known as Dr. Mark Sloan on Grey's Anatomy, has been trending after creator Shonda Rhimes publicly reacted to his exclusion from the 2026 Oscars in Memoriam segment. Then, Eric Dane became a household name as the charming, complicated McSteamy on Grey's Anatomy, one of the most beloved characters in the show's history, captivating audiences for years. Now, his legacy is being publicly discussed and defended by one of the most powerful voices in entertainment, Shonda Rhimes herself. It's a reminder that an actor's impact doesn't end with their final role. Sometimes the conversation about their legacy is just as significant as the work itself. This one isn't really about glamour or comebacks. It's about how the people who shape our favorite shows are remembered, and who fights to make sure they are. So let's recap real quick. Julia Roberts, from Pretty Woman bombshell to private mom of 3 grown kids. Nicole Kidman, fiery 90s leading lady navigating a bittersweet 59th birthday. Jason Momoa, Aquaman turned proud red carpet dad. Russell Crowe, gladiator legend making a fierce physical comeback at 61. And Eric Dane, a beloved TV legacy being publicly honored and remembered. If this gave you some serious nostalgia, smash that like button. It really helps the channel grow. Let me know in the comments which and subscribe, because I'm covering more trending Hollywood stories just like this every week. See you in the next one.